Just spoken at the Women in Sport event here at Ashton Gate, and you've spoken a lot about the engagement levels and what an exciting time it is for women to be participating in sport and also for companies to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the analogy I use is that getting involved now is buying the surfboard, because the wave is coming. The women's team sports are doing phenomenally well. Women's sport generally is doing really well, but women's team sports are having a golden era, really. And for me, working in partnership with business, which is what women's sponsorship is, it's not just simply sticking a logo on a shirt, it's actually working in partnership. There are huge potential to grow the business and grow sport at the same time, and really to send some really important messages to girls and women about the importance of physical activity, good nutrition, healthy lifestyle, mental well-being, all big issues. So whatever the company is and whatever the company's involvement is, there's a real opportunity at this moment to ride the huge wave that's coming in on women's sport.
Well, you talk about that huge wave, your current role with the FA, you've had some big targets set for you, but they are looking very achievable.
Yeah, I was given 3 whoppers to achieve: doubling participation, doubling the fan base, and winning the World Cup, which is slightly more challenging. We are on track to double, definitely on track to double participation. Our fan base has grown massively, not necessarily through the gates. We'd like to see a lot more people coming through the gates to watch the games live, but in terms of digital and TV watching and numbers coming to things like our FA Cup, just massive increases, fantastic. Sold out last week for the Women's England game. These were things we couldn't have dreamed of, so massive increase in fan base. And winning the World Cup, well, you know, we've got a fantastic programme. We've got the World Cup next year, GB team entered for Tokyo, women's football team, and hopefully a home Euros in 2021. So it couldn't be better for women's football, and certainly that wave's getting bigger and bigger almost by the minute.
And of course here in Bristol we're terribly excited because our 2 women's professional teams, the Bears and City Women, both doing very well in their respective leagues. City Women, in your sport of football, they're performing well against some big heavy hitters, you know, the likes of Man City that have big money.
I mean, I said this morning, it's like they're 6th in the Premier League. You know, if the men's Bristol team was 6th in the Premier League, there'd be a lot of excitement. So they're doing extremely well. They're holding their own against teams like Manchester City and Chelsea, who are getting massive investment from their parent clubs, the men's clubs, into the women's game. So they're doing really well, and you've got a woman leading the way here in terms of coaching and leading the team. It's a fantastic example of what can be achieved.
And of course, Yo Valley, we're one of 2 of the top flight teams to have their own independent front of shirt sponsor, independent of the men's team.
Yeah, I've just been talking to Yo Valley, and they are exactly the kind of sponsor we're interested in because of nutrition, because we want people involved with us who can see a value beyond just the game. You know, they are trying to reach girls and women, they're trying to send a health message, and so are we. So it's a great partnership.